What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. I had stopped the video for a while due to personal issues, and I recently decided to republish on this channel. The two main differences that you need to know is the new name of the channel, the Anime Scope, and the fact that my content will be more about anime and the inspiration that you can learn from it, which I realized is the main thing I wanted to talk about in the first place. Of course, there will be some mentions here and there about combat and strength sports, or even sports in general, since I still practice them a lot and they can also have a positive impact on your life. So today I wanted to guide you through 5 life lessons that Pokemon taught me. Number 1. Seek adventure and discover the world. Just like in Pokemon, you can't just stay in your hometown for the rest of your life and think that you will live incredible adventures. You need to travel and discover the world around you. At first, you can start by discovering nearby areas, like your own region and country, and then if you have time and money to do so, you can explore other countries or even other continents all around the world. The idea is not just to travel, just to move to another place and do the same thing. The goal is to be curious, to seek adventure, to discover new things, new places, new creatures, new people, new cultures, and new mentalities. You will be amazed when you realize that the creatures, the volcanoes, the never-ending snow and beautiful beaches of Pokemon also exist in our world. Doing this in the real world will allow you to encounter new people, new friends, or even your lifetime partner. It will also challenge your beliefs and make you understand our differences, and sometimes surprise yourself with the resemblance that you can have with people that live 8,000 kilometers away from you. And just like in Pokemon, it does not mean that you have to forget your origin. For me, it's very important to be proud of where you come from and not to forget to go visit your mom in your hometown once in a while. Number 2, set a goal to guide you through your adventure. Now that you've started your adventure, you might be thinking that the world is immensely broad and that you're kind of lost regarding where to go. In Pokemon, the world is very similar. It's very broad and you have various routes, cities, and also crossroads with different directions. And so just like in Pokemon with your goal of completing the Pokédex and gaining the 8 badges to challenge the Pokemon League, you need concrete goals in your real life. And just like when you were consistent about gaining these badges in the video game, you need to be 100% focused and committed to your real life goals. They are really important because they will guide you on the routes that you need to discover and give you a path to follow. And remember that everyone has its own unique path. Sometimes the path of someone you like will cross yours just for a few months, or maybe a few years, or even for your whole life. And sometimes it will never cross yours even once, and you need to accept it. Oh, and one last detail about having a goal in your life. As I said in another video, having a goal in and of itself is not the one thing that will make you happy, and even achieving your goal in the end is only the cherry on the cake. And the whole cake is the crazy adventures that you will live by following your life goals. Number 3, be responsible for yourself. In Pokemon, you quickly learn that you need to be responsible and to make logical actions. For instance, if you enter a tough gym battle and you realize that you did not go to the Pokemon Center and that all your team is on low HP, it's your fault. If you realize mid-battle that you did not buy healing items or that your team is underleveled, it's your fault. And if you really want to buy one important item and you don't have the money to buy it, guess what? It's also your fault. You're responsible for your team and for how the adventure goes. But nowadays, in real life, people seem to be less and less responsible. They often make excuses and put the responsibilities on others. This type of attitude will guide you absolutely nowhere in Pokemon, since all other characters are PNGs. In real life, other people are not PNGs, but rather main characters of other games, so you need to stop blaming them and start taking responsibility. Just like in the video game, in real life, take responsibility for your look, for your money, for the people around you, for the kind of food that you want to eat, for the places you want to discover, and for the type of person you want to be for your friends and family. To give you a funny comparison, in real life, I want you to be as responsible and logical as you were before challenging the Elite Four, knowing it will be several back-to-back hard fights without any turning back. Number 4, level up and acquire experience. As I mentioned earlier, there will be times in your adventures when you realize that you lack experience and practice to move to the next step. In Pokemon, when you face a level issue and you know that your team needs to level up, evolve, or gain new moves, You go to the nearest tall grass and you decimate all the wild Pokemon of the zone during 1 hour. It's not funny and quite repetitive, but you know that's the only way to acquire a lot of experience. And for some reason, in our world, people tend to think that achieving excellence in one domain is fun with a lot of different exercises and experiences. Let me be very clear, it's not. Just like when you decided to kill 1,000 matchup for your team to gain 3 levels, you need to do a few very important actions over and over to progress. Whether it's going to the gym to have a great physique, studying for an exam, taking amazing pictures, making great food, or learning how to speak a foreign language, you will need to do the same things over and over again for a few years if you really want to become excellent. And even though I told you to travel in the first part, keep in mind that for you to access new specific areas, it might be necessary to grind for a few months or a few years of your life in a simple and quiet area that will be very beneficial to level up your character and your skills. Number 5. The game never really ends. After 4 harsh battles with the Elite Four and an epic duel against Blue, Lance, Steven, Cynthia or Alder, depending on the generation you grew up with, you finally achieve your dream and you become the Pokemon champion. Although achieving a life goal in real life, like becoming a 5-star chef, a professional basketball player, or a very famous singer will definitely make you happier than that, the realization that comes right after that is the same as in the video games. It never really ends. Just like discovering the battle frontier in Emerald after becoming the Pokemon champion, there are always new challenges awaiting for you. You've managed to be ranked first in the best football league of your whole country, and now discover the Champions League or the World Cup. To give you an example, in powerlifting, which is the sport I'm currently practicing, there is a competition that has been created where all the world champions of all the weight categories compete against each other in order to beat the world record in their own categories and to have the best power to weight ratio. There are always side quests, places that you need to discover, or people that you need to encounter. And even when age becomes a factor and you need to retire, don't forget that you can still take the responsibility to help, inspire, and guide the new generation. That's it for the video, guys. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel if you liked it, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace out.